And welcome back to TEW 2016, the branding solution. And we are here, fresh off the back of Shockwave, fresh off the back of WrestleMania with Shockwave. And we are going into the pre-show match. Now, if you haven't seen the WrestleMania video, I suggest you go back to see what happened at WrestleMania. Otherwise, we're going to have a few spoilers in this one. We've also got a lot of the regen sort of guys I put in NXT. So I'm going to use them in pre-show matches just to try and build them up to see where I could get them to. So for this one, we gave TM61 a victory over Alan Young and Dennis McKing. If they get called up to the main roster, they will have fresh names. But until then, we don't worry. And Alan Young's already improving. As we can see here, high morale for a few of these. A bit inconsistent, negative. So he's not that good yet, this McKing. There's a little work to be done on these guys. But we knew that, and that is a lot better than I was thinking it was going to be. I'm guessing they are a lot better. They've improved suddenly, because they were struggling to get 40s. So yeah, that's good to see. We then gave Bobby Roode a victory over Charlie Garrett. Just to revert back to the entrance video, as you know, we did the draft, and some of those guys are now on Raw. In this episode, we're going to learn some of the guys that have come to Shockwave, but we're going to start debuting that video on the next Raw and Shockwave, but I want it to be a bit more of a surprise who's joined Shockwave from the draft, other than the one you know. We then gave Special Edition a victory over Carlos Lawler and Mercy Lebec. Again, same thing. Ricochet shines here. Toes are improved, but if we look down here, poor crowd reaction. They're all poor, so they've got a lot of work. As you can see, at 5, I think that's actually the lowest I've seen. I gave Okada a victory over Dragunov, one of my new NXT guys. The Unexpected defeated Cody Hall and Joshua Singh. It's quite surprising they have a good chemistry, those two, as a team. There is a chance Cody Hall will be coming up soon, so that could be, I know I've only just signed Singh, but just a jobber team called up to the main roster? Never know. Could work that one out. I've called those two up at last. Mark Henry gets a pre-show win over Blaster McMassive. I signed this guy to NXT. He's got the best name in years. He's probably got all sorts of rubbish, like negative inconsistency. Mind you, so did Mark Henry. So, whatever. And then we had Will Ospreay and the Briscoes face Dynasty and Murphy and Blake. Gave their faces a victory here. Jay Briscoe, again, looking fantastic. And the final one, I gave Braun Strowman a bit of a squash on Vincent Slide. Poor pronunciation, I know. And Braun, he only gets inconsistency, so I'm not too worried with that. Now we're going to go into the main show now, and we get to see our new Shockwave World Heavyweight Champion, Rusev. He comes out and he tells everybody in the crowd that he told you all he would rule this company. He's done that. Nobody is going to be able to stop Rusev. And Sami Zayn comes out. Yeah, Sami Zayn went to Shockwave and he said he wants a shot at this title if you can beat anyone. You can beat me or I'll beat you. And then the angry Samoa Joe storms to the ring. We know Samoa Joe got exiled to Shockwave by Triple H, who traded, shall we say, quote unquote, for Randy Orton. So he dumped him out of his authority. I'm still keeping him as a heel though. He's gone to smack that Shockwave. But CM Punk says, look kids, this is the big boys league. This is the main event. You two aren't ready for the main event yet. I'm having my rematch with Rusev in, sadly, 6 weeks' time at No Mercy. You two can sort out your own problems. And that sort of ends it. Rusev looking great, Punk setting up his rematch. That's all we're going to see from Rusev and Punk for the show, which is quite surprising. But I'm trying to really build up a few other storylines, because that one's set in stone. We know how good it's going to be. When it comes to negative, CM Punk has low morale. Sadly, I don't understand. He's never happy. In our first match, the Hart Dynasty beat the Lucha Dragons, continuing their rise up the tag team division, trying to revive Tyson Kidd, basically. And they call out the Briscoe brothers. They say that they want a title shot at those tag team championships. The Briscoes don't answer. And Shane McMahon walks up to Drew McIntyre and tells him, "You got some assistance last night in that championship win. Well, tonight, Adam Cole will have his rematch. And that there is no backing out with that one, sir. You will have it tonight." So, yeah, we're going to have Drew McIntyre, Adam Cole too. Well, it was a 5-way match, so it wasn't really a solo win, shall we say, either way. It says Regal helped McIntyre, then it says they have no chemistry. So I'm not sure what to make of that. We then gave Kenny Omega a Cruiserweight Championship match against Cedric Alexander, where he retains once more. I want to keep Kenny looking strong. But then Adrian Neville, or just Neville, arrives on the scene and says, "You call yourself the best Cruiserweight. You've never faced me. I was on Raw as the TV champion for nearly, I want to say 6 months. I think it was about 6 months. And I only lost when someone else got lucky. You, me, no mercy, and we'll see if you are all talk or all everything we accept in the ring." So Neville's putting a big challenge / promo on Omega. I'm going to do that as a match. I don't care what's going to happen. And to prove his talent, he beats Jake Evans. Sadly, my only other heel. I am so bad with creating the heels on this. The Cruiserweights, they're all classed as faces. It's annoying me a lot. We then have AJ Styles come to the ring. He goes, "Well, my team once again proved to John Cena that I am the best. I will not be beaten by anybody." And John Cena comes out and says, "Well, you've been here like a year. You had a little title reign. Try having 14. You think you're all that special? You've played in the minors, mate. I'm the big star here. You're just the wannabe." And we just battle it out. I'm trying to just do Styles Cena. I want to have one other rivalry that's really going on for a long time. So this one is going to be set up for a match at No Mercy. I know I've kind of teased matches or had matches on the main show, but we're going to have a proper showdown at No Mercy. Full-length match. See what these two do. It's a bit of a risk, but we've only got CM Punk, Rusev, then you've got Styles, Cena as the undercard, so I think that's kind of important, because the Intercontinental, the US title matches are sort of, they could turn out amazing or they could turn out horrible. So yeah, that's what we're going with. In the next match, Drew McIntyre defeats Adam Cole thanks to a Killian Dane Mighty Skull distraction once again. Yeah, we're keeping them together. We're keeping this going. I would like to move Adam Cole to the US title picture if I can, so we're more than likely going to aim that way for him. We'll take that off next time. William Regal comes out and he announces his new faction. He's got Britain's best talent, Bad News Barrett, Drew McIntyre, Jack have Gallagher, Rampage Brown, Mighty Skull, and Killian Dane. And he tells them that we are going to beat Shockwave into submission. We're going to just destroy anybody who gets in our way. And we see William Regal was brilliant. We're debuting the whole faction here. I'm happy with that. And we sent off Jack Gallagher to face Zack Sabre Jr. I gave Jack the win here, just to sort of show that they mean business. I wanted to save Killian Dane and Mighty Skull's ring debuts till later down the card. Shane McMahon announces that next week Sami Zayn, Samoa Joe, Okada and Cesaro will have a fatal 4-way to see who will face Shinsuke Nakamura for the United States Championship at No Mercy. Yeah, that's nice. And then we do a little bit of a teaser. Sami Zayn defeats Cesaro. Really good match. We know that they're phenomenal when they had their matches back when it was NXT. So this just proves the point. We then get a video airing on Braun Strowman's dominance through the WWE. And then we get Tyler Breeze picking up a win over Mojo Rawley. Going back to Braun, it's one of the guys I want to try and push. I'll go through the Shockwave ones after the show. Shane McMahon then goes up to Tyson Kidd and Harry Smith and tells them that they're going to be part of a 4-way tag team match to decide who will be the number 1 contenders to face the Briscoe brothers at No Mercy. But that will happen in 2 weeks' time. I didn't want 2 in the same show. So next week you guys are going to go out and prove that you deserve to be in there, as will the other teams. So we can just check. I went with the Lucha Dragons Special Edition and the Club. So I'm probably going to give 4 separate tag team matches, or maybe a 4-on-4. I'm not sure yet. Maybe a few singles, you never know. And our main event is John Cena and Shinsuke Nakamura now working together again, facing AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. It's still an 83, which I'm really happy with, especially when Joe's only rated at 70. I wanted just to bring this along. If we look at some negatives, AJ's physical ability, disappointing. Even Samoa Joe's getting that now. And just inconsistencies, really. We end the show with everybody having to break them all up. Styles and Cena are just wanting each other, and Joe and Nakamura are ready to destroy each other too. It's an 81. I'm happy. Let's see if we got a good rating for the show. At 82, I'm happy with that. We knew that it was a bit of a risky show because I barely used the champ on this show. So, yeah, we had 2 championship matches. We're trying to build up what is going to be the US title picture again. So we've got a few matches set for that. And the tag teams, it's always sort of the post-Mania stuff where you have to keep a couple storylines going and move towards a new direction. So I head back to the main screen now, and we'll look at the 5 that I want to push from Shockwave. And we are back to the main screen, so let's have a look. We finally make it to the top of this list. Usually Dragon Gate can beat us. Let's see, they got a 70. Okay. Nothing fancy there. Is this one of Paige's relatives? It's a knight, but I don't know. Nope. Otherwise, nothing of any note on there. Tommy Inn's complaining. Somebody's still after. Let's just check. Can't be losing Drew. Not seriously being considered good enough. So I'll change Tommy End to the next level, which is not going to be a problem, I don't think. Roster, Tommy End. Not Tom Phillips, Tommy End. That's probably about right to be a mid-carder. But, yeah, fair enough. Even though he's a heel, he's classed as a face. Never mind. Drew McIntyre. We will take this one off. Assign no manager. We don't need him to have a manager anyway. Storylines for Shockwave. Well, the US title is an 82. The tag team stuff, well, that was 82. Only had one section. Tag teams, we've got a few in there. That one's really good still. I've still got Bobby and Cody in there. I'm not sure if I'm going to use them both. I've changed this to Future European now. I got a few people, but they're not really quite in title matches. The Cruiserweights is just to throw them all in one. The Battle of Britain, we've got a few people in there. We've got like Oblivion Max, because he's still kind of around that. Bad News, Adam Cole. Nothing too fancy. We'll check the creatively meeting. Nobody new on there. Sami Zayn's right up there, which is good, because when he lost his title a couple of days ago. Okay, roster, Shockwave. Now we know a few that I want to try and push. It's not difficult to work those two out. But on here, I want to try and get Adam Cole to the next title picture. I would like Toza to be a real contender for the Cruiserweights. I'm not sure where we're going to end up with Barrett. Bobby Roode, I want Braun Strowman. We can look here just how far it's slowly taken to get him going. Popularity. When we started, he was a terrible 26, so we've gone up nearly 20, and that's these last 2 months I've been really pushing him. If you were to look at his skill set, how far has he come from in-ring? So he's gone to above average. He was never going to be technical or high-flying, so that's not a worry. His performance is strong. His camera work is excellent, which is good. Entertainment-wise, he's good. His reputation and respect are improving a lot, which is good to see. So he is getting there. Otherwise, we would like Cesaro in the main event picture. Cody Rhodes will be stepping up a lot more into the main event, I feel. I say the same with Drew McIntyre. I would like him to be a potential main event by the end of the year. And Okada. I know I've kind of not been using him well enough recently. I feel like I should carry on pushing Omega. We got Marty Scurll, he's good age to keep going. I'm still not sure if I'm actually going to go with Neville in the Cruiserweights or move him up. I would like Ricochet as well to go higher. But we've got Joe now, who is declining, which is a bit frustrating, because we know how good he is. Let's just check some of his skills. Where are they going? His in-ring has gone right, nearly down 10. That's not good. Chain wrestling, mat wrestling, submission, that should be a lot higher in the first place. Performance is okay still. Consistency's gone down. That is quite bad, this decline he's hit. It's very, very frustrating. We never got the true potential out of him yet. Nakamura, worried that this could happen with him too. And Sami Zayn, I would like Sami Zayn to be the face of the brand by the end of the year. At the moment, I feel Rusev and Punk are the top two. We've also got a few of the Cruiserweights that I would like. I just want the Cruiserweights to be much higher rated. So, we've got a lot to do on this show than the rest. I think Raw is still slightly more too stacked. But still, we'll get there eventually. So, We'll be back with Raw next time. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the storyline starts.